gosh, wasn't that beautiful? Thank you so much to our lovely, lovely band. Hello, you wonderful people out there. And hi, hello, hi, 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 hi. Hi. And hello out there in Love Streaming Land. My phone is talking. Can you grab it? Yeah, that's YouTube. And I didn't turn it down. So that's a reminder to say to everyone, please turn your phone down so you don't hear yourself talking. Okay. Because I heard myself and I was like, what is that noise? Oh, that's me. Oh, yes. Happy Pride, everybody. It's still Pride Month. And welcome to Unity of Gaithersburg. I'm Reverend Edith Washington Woods. So grateful to be the senior minister here today and to see all your lovely carré of colors and hues and hairs and shoes. Because you have them on. I know you didn't come here barefooted. Yeah. So I want to welcome all of those who are here. And if we have any new people new to Unity of Gaithersburg, raise your hand so we can get you a packet. Hello, hi, right up front, right here. Hello, hi, right in the back. Yes. And anyone who hasn't been with us for a while, raise your hand. Hello there. Yes, so glad you're here. Well, let us take a moment to open with prayer. Just settle into your seats. And consider bringing your full attention to this space. Noticing your breath and how it goes in and out until you notice it. And then just take a gentle breath into it, breathing in and out. In and out. Bringing our attention and our focus even more fully and completely into the now. And in this now moment, we join our hearts and minds together in prayer. God, that which is vast, that which is everywhere present now. We come together this morning, this day, to celebrate this last Sunday in June of 2023. We're asking that we have this openness to receive all that we're here to receive. And we give great thanks for it in advance. Receiving in the music, receiving in the message, receiving in the meditation, receiving in the space between the words. And for this, we allow it to be in this moment and every moment to come. And so it is. Amen. Oh, and today we're celebrating our prayer core value. And the core value is on your screen. Let us say it together. Together, please. In prayer, we affirm truth and expand our ability to behold the divinity of all. Let's say it together. Again. In prayer, we affirm truth and expand our ability to behold the divinity of all. And what does that mean? That means we just open our hearts in this very conscious way, knowing that it radiates out from us and then it comes right back to us. And that there is this ebb and flow that happens when we know that there is a divinity of all, no matter what is happening in our world. That's what it is. Hold that high watch, hold that light, hold that love, and know that this is absolutely possible because we say so. And now we have our opening song, I Feel Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Feel free to clap, dance, stamp your feet. Whatever makes you feel good this morning, you're welcome to join to do so. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. I feel thanks. And I show it through my attitude. I feel joy. I feel joy. I feel joy. And I show it through my attitude. JP.
Reverend just danced her way around the entire. So if you don't think she's trying hard enough, you're wrong. I'm telling you. And today, that's just joy. That's just joy coming. And you should, those of you who are at home, hi, and you should come because it's getting vibrant. It's getting big here, and you can feel it when you walk through the door. You can hear it. It is joyous. All right, transformation time. Whoop. All right. Today we're going to, we're done, right? Okay. We're going to Pride in the Plaza today. This is why I'm so dressed. There's little tradition things. I'm wearing a T-shirt to church. My mother is somewhere rolling in a grave. And and these are things I can't get used. Applause at church. Laughter at church. What is laughter at church? I mean, really, we were supposed to be scared. And so it is a great place to come, and that is to say, come as you are. All right, so we're going to the plaza today. Do you want to say something? They have you. Okay, all right, so we're going to go down there. We're going to wear our colors. We're going to shake our hands. We're going to smile. We're going to tell people about the great place out here where everyone is welcome. They are looking for some volunteers, so if you want to get down to Silver Spring and hang out in the booth, it's for an hour or so and spread the good gospel or say hi. Please do. All right. So the power of focused ministry, that does have you to talk about. Okay, Hoshika, ha?
All right. So, and for Pride, what we're looking for is people that want to come and assist between 3 and 8. All the way until 3, it's a bunch of folk. So come on out, have fun. It's not 200,000 like the Capitol Pride. It's more like 2. So not as many people and not as hot. Just 85 instead of 95. Okay. So the Power of Focus Ministry, there was a few of us leaders who went to the Power of Focus Ministries workshop by the president and CEO of Unity, Reverend Shad Groveland. And what came from that is the possibility of taking our community to the next level, whatever that means. For instance, we're going to create a welcome video. who would think, right? Just so when people see us on the website, they'll see our welcome. Wait until it happens. It's going to be fabulous, just because we're thinking it now. So if anyone would like to be on a team that really looks at the implementation, what would it look like? What would we want to continue to grow and create new and wonderful possibilities while we still have the possibilities in who we are? We're not changing who we are or anything. Just send an email to our office manager, Kevin, not Kevin, Lord, Keith. Kevin, I've got you in my heart right here with my battery pack. Yeah. So send it to Keith and admin@unityofgaithersburg.org and let us know if you're interested in being on that team. The deadline is July 16th. Why? Because I want to get busy. And so that's pretty much the gist of it, except for having an openness. What they told us in the support call is to be open. Open means being open to new possibilities, expanded possibilities, not always how it's always been. Because if you do all of what you always did before, you're going to get what you got. Yeah, okay. So that's what I have. Thanks.
Did you turn me off for a moment? My God. All right, so thank you. And that sounds like a great project and a great idea. It makes me think about how much this community has transformed in the 20-plus years that I've been a part of it, and all the different things. And it is ultimately all good. Even when it was tough, it was good. And I was learning, and I appreciate that. All right, so the Nehemiah Project. They got snappy little flyers out there if you want to find them. Is somebody coming up to talk about this? Okay, great. All right, so that's a cleanup day. And these are a lot of fun, especially when a lot of us show up. Because, first of all, you get to actually talk to people you see all the time. And you say, yeah, hand me that paintbrush, please. And things of that nature, which really are bonding. We are so blessed to be on this piece of earth that we are on. It is weird. I mean, it is just, you turn the corner and starts to happen. So come and make the even prettier on Nehemiah Project, which is on Saturday, July 15th. Check it out and bring your talents with you. Everybody's got talents, because I know everybody probably cleans their house once or twice. So do that. Pick a party. Pam, is Pam coming up? Come on, Pam, move it along. Let's go. We got to keep our time tight on this stuff.
Come. Is that enough?
That was great.
Yeah, okay, pick a party. Lots of really fun stuff. Okay, so we got painting with Sharon, we got dancing with Carol, we got games night that has not yet been announced, but it is coming. Lots of really fun things. So scan to sign up. Painting. Who's painting? Someone here is painting stones. Someone's painting stones. We're all painting stones. Sign up. Really awesome, really fun. Okay, how's that?
That was pretty good, thanks. Get it onto the website. I'm so stupid. And I was like I called Elizabeth and Elizabeth, help me. So we have a date tomorrow to put those up. So look for new things too. Will be coming in. The Caring Cottage. The Caring Cottage is sponsoring a drive for USASOA in the month of June. And that provides food to veterans and their families. There's a donation box till the end of the month out there. You know, when you bought that can of beans and you really didn't like it, put them in there. They'll love it. Moving on. Deletta.
Yes.
It's your turn.
It is.
Yeah.
Good morning once again. Okay, so I'll make this quick. Let me turn this way, yes. I found a white house. Okay. The choir is restarting, so third Sunday in July. Okay. Please please meet with me after today if you are interested. I'm working on getting the music to everybody this week and rehearsing to, next week and the following Sunday for the 16th. So please get to me, send me, write your email, just come see me, okay? Let's see. Oh, also, so I am new to Unity relatively. I've been on the job, 7 months now? And there's some really amazing songs, and most of them I don't know. I know a lot, but I don't know, I don't have the catalog in my head. So if there are songs that you loved, your old favorites or new favorites, or things that you'd like for the choir or myself to perform, the music ministry, please, I'm going to, next Sunday you will have the music mailbox on the bulletin board outside. Bring your suggestions and we'll incorporate them into the services, okay? Because this is all about you. And finally, one of the pickup parties is theater on the turf, provided that the weather permits. But those of you who are thespians, I understand that there was a great theater group here before, theater company. So come on down. We're going to do skits and readers' theater and monologues and all kind of great stuff. So come out and join us, and it should be fun. So let me know if you're interested in participating in that. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, our foundation is prayer, and prayer chaplains are going to be trained. They're trained to be in prayer and confidence with you. So you got something on your heart, and even if you have joy in your heart, you may want to share it and do it. Today's prayer chaplain is Carol. How you doing? Carol's got her hand up in case you don't know Carol. There's a box at the rear of the sanctuary where you can submit prayer requests, and don't forget that Silent Unity. They're so great, so great. Unity, I was using Unity long before I came to Unity, and I didn't even know it. So that is something that I admire about the church. And we come now to the daily word. And the daily word for today is joy. I feel like I didn't cover everything. Did I get everything? Okay, great. All right, joy. I am blessed with indwelling joy. In John's gospel, Jesus prays his disciple and all who receive their message will experience for themselves the joy he knows. I share in Jesus' joy as I remember I'm a living expression of the divine, created in God's image and likeness, just as Jesus was. My ability to express love, life, wisdom, and all other qualities of God is limited only to my willingness to live in my spiritual nature. I am one with God and all in one in the allness of God with all people everywhere. The joy Jesus described remains with me no matter what is happening around me. I know wholeness in the midst of illness, abundance amid the appearance of lack, even sadness in the aftermath of loss cannot overtake my joy. I have said these things to you so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. Amen. And now, I get out of the way.
And now is our meditative portion of this service. I invite you to, if your legs are crossed, your feet are crossed, to just let them be open, connecting us to the earth, to Mother Earth, to the ground. Just to come apart for a while. And to notice the rise and fall of your chest. As we notice our breath and how it flows throughout our body. That each breath we take is oxygenating every cell. Fully and completely. And as we make the conscious choice to notice, we also give thanks to our body temple for bringing us here in the body we inhabit at this particular time. And as we sit in this space, I'd like you to consider the call. What are you called to be? What are you called to be? As we listen to the still small voice within us, that voice that is the voice of the infinite, the divine, God, that presence, there is something that is calling us to be. And as we take time to sit and create the space between the words, I invite you to ask yourself, what am I called to be? What am I called to be? In the silence, we join our hearts together with the divine, with God, of our own understanding, and go deeper and deeper, deeper within ourselves. In the silence, we go deeper together. I am. I am. I am called. I am called to be. I invite you to allow these words to be yours. I am called to be. I am called to be. And in this expanded state of consciousness, we bring it to our minds any time that we didn't know our own calling. We bring to our minds anyone that we know who may need to know that they're called to be loved. And if there is anyone that we know who may be in need of knowing there is a place within us that is love, may you speak their name out loud or silently to yourself. My brother Leonard, my mother Arla, to know that we create this space full of love, compassion, and empathy acceptance that we are called to be who we came here to be. And as you gently bring yourself back to the space and time, may we continue to know and to listen to that indwelling presence calling us, calling us, calling us to be in this moment, in every moment. And so it is. And so we let it be us. Amen. And amen. And amen.
I am called to be a healer for all humanity. I am called to be a dreamer, believe in what can be. I am called to be a maker, an instrument of peace. I am called to be a giver of abundance I receive. I am called to be a prayer, living out the truth I seek. I am called to be everything. I am called to be the glory here on earth so all can see all of the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. I am the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We're called to be. You were called to be a mother, to nurture family. You were called to be a brother, be strength in times of need. You were called to be a neighbor, see a friend in all you meet. You were called to be a leader, to build community. You were called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. You were called to be everything. You were called to be the glory here on earth so all might see all of the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. You are the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We're called to be. We are called to be the kindness, set the brokenhearted free. We are called to be forgiveness when the pain has been too deep. We are called to be compassion, be the wind beneath each wing. We are called to make communion, only then can we succeed. We are called to be a prayer, living out the truth you seek. We are called to be everything. We are called to be the glory here on earth. So all might see all the love and all the beauty that shines in you and me. We are the living, breathing God, and you are one in me. We're called to be. We're called to be.
Everyone has a call, right? And when we listen to that call, if we really listen to that call, it moves us, yes? And sometimes we go kicking and screaming. And I just want to let you know about someone who asked me to pray. And I just got word that prayer got answered from our music director, Ms. Deletta Gillespie, who is now going to be tenured faculty at Morgan State University. And she had this inner knowing, and she knew that prayer could help get there, because that Spirit, God, universal presence, already knew it before you ever did. Yeah? And last week, I was talking to you about Jonathan, who was so sad. He had wanted to be a parent, and that him and his husband, George, that they found a surrogate to carry their child, and once they gave the deposit, the person didn't come through. Now, Jonathan and George found a men's support group, men of African descent, and they started attending, and they heard the various stories of these men, whether they were dads from being adopted young people, or whether it was their biological child, or from IVF, or from surrogate. And a few of them told them about some of the places that they had gone to, because this call just kept pulling at Jonathan and George. And sure enough, they became parents. Not just to one, but over about 7 years, they ended up with 3. Somebody would say, God bless them, but hey, some people just think they need to repeat themselves one time and that's it. And some have 10 or 20. But they had that calling to be dads. They knew that it was possible even when it didn't seem possible for them. Now, we're celebrating Pride Month. This is the last Sunday in June, and so we've been celebrating it. And, you know, there's a wonderful rainbow cake out there for folks who like cake. It's cupcakes. And gluten-free cupcakes for those who, you know what you do. Those who aren't gluten-free, please don't eat the gluten-free cupcakes, because there's a lot of other ones and a lot of other sugary stuff there too. But in the book of John, chapter 15, verse 16 and 17, it says this. Listen to these words. You did not choose me. I chose you. And I appointed you to go and bear fruit that will last, so that the Father will give you whatever you ask for using my name. I am giving you these commands so that you may love each other. Now, the writer who wrote the book of John stated these two words, that the chosen and the appointed. You see, when we're called to be, it is a holy appointment. It is that which is, it kind of bubbles up inside of us, and we can't help but do it. Yeah? Stephen Pressfield knew that there was something calling him to be an author, even when he was unhoused living in his car, because at that time, his writing wasn't bringing him the money to live somewhere else. But he knew that there was something possible for himself. And he kept writing, and he kept writing, and he kept creating possibilities. And he stated these words: vocation does not come from a voice out there calling me to be something I am not. It comes from a voice in here calling me to be the person I was born to be. He goes on to say, the more scared we are of a work or calling, the more sure we can be that we have to do it. So I'm guessing there's something that has happened in your life that you really, really, really didn't want to do. Ever had that happen? And it kept coming up more and more and more and more until you finally said, okay, all right, I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's what happened to him. Stephen has written close to 20 books, and a few of them have been made into blockbuster movies. He's even a screenwriter. Stephen was called to be. Now, I used to think that vocation was about work. When I was 20, I knew I was going to be a registered nurse. No. By the time I was about, 31, I'm going to be honest, I had this inner knowing to be an electrician, and I went to school for that. I had already went to school for a bunch of other stuff, but I was being called, and the registered nurse didn't happen. I was supposed to build hospitals. Okay, so I became an electrician this month, 30 years ago. And who would have known, right? Who would have thought that a black woman that's 5'2", of whatever weight I was at the time, could do such a thing in a place where there was no one that looked like me? No one. In a place where, when I was on construction jobs, I remember building one of the biggest high schools in the Minneapolis metropolitan area, and people would come up behind me and touch my hair. Or they would ask, are you here to bring the lunch? What the fill in the blank? Why are you touching me? But because I didn't want to be an angry black woman, I just took it. And I was determined to pass that test, that state licensure test that made me the first black woman in the state of Minnesota to get an electrical license. I thought that was my vocation or calling. Until I got the tug again to be a teacher. And it showed up to be a licensed Unity teacher. What the heck? But no, that was only the catalyst toward that call to be a spiritual leader. I said, oh, hell no. I'm not doing that with the life I've lived. Are you kidding me? Spirit, infinite presence, 2:35 in the morning, 2003. What? I won't forget it. Because it was like Jacob wrestling with the angels. I was wrestling like, no. I'm going to go to work in the morning, be there at 7. 6:45 is the real rule. And get off at 3:30 and go home. But a vocation is not a job, it's a calling. It is a calling. So much so that I'm pulled by it, just like we are pulled by it. And each of us get that calling. It's that still small voice that is within us, pulling us forward, sometimes in a small way, and sometimes like a cosmic 2x4. Boom! Did you hear that? Boom! Did you hear that? Oh. Me? Yeah, you. And it involves a lot of times our imagination faculty. And this month, the month of June, happens to be our spiritual power of imagination. And imagination means the ability to conceptualize, to envision what's possible, even if it doesn't look like it's possible, right? This church, there was a vision. I know, I say it sometimes, that this used to be a garage, for those of y'all who don't know. Can you imagine cars in here? Doesn't even seem like it, right? Because there was a group of people who saw something different. A spiritual community, unity, where we come together in our various ways of being to be loved, to be accepted, to be who we came here to be. And the disciple that is associated with imagination is Bartholomew, and he represents positive thoughts held in mind. And the color just happens to be what? Blue. Some of us have a little bit of blue on, and that's okay. And the location is right between the eye, right there. Some people call it the third eye. That indigo color of blue that makes me so happy. Yes? It is that place that the imagination can soar, can be bigger than we can ever imagine. Our imagination. My friend, a good friend of mine, Andrea Jenkins, she could see something possible for herself. And she knew as a little child that she was a little different. She had this inner knowing that she was not a boy, she was a girl. And it took her into her early 30s where she started presenting as a female. And Andrea was called to be in the various career choices that she had over the years, but what she was called to be most recently is the first Black openly transgender woman elected in public office in the United States in 2018. That she has now been the president of the Minneapolis City Council since January 2022. And she goes around the world sharing and being her fabulous self, even on Time magazine cover. But you may ask, what does that have to do with me? We all have a calling. When we listen, right in here, like right here, my wife says, pull your pants up. And put your shirt over so you don't see your button. Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Kosova. And we listen. There is this inner knowing that happens. This something, and it says, get up out of the bed. Yeah. Because you're here, so you listen. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. And the more that we listen to it, the more that it guides us. There is this presence. There is this presence of God, that infinite power that is present now and present within us in every second of every day. That when we're listening to that still small voice, it never leads us wrong. Now, there may be some little bumps we may have to jump over that might be logs, but when we jump over them, then this amazing, wonderful awakening happens. And all we need to do is listen. 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 It comes in the stillness of moments. And sometimes in the shower. I don't know about y'all, but I get divine inspiration in the shower all the time, and I'm like, where's my pen? How am I supposed to remember that? If it is ours to have, it comes back. Because it comes back, and it comes back, and it comes back until we listen to it and go toward the call. The call also changes. We may have had a call when we were 15, and then we were 19, and then 20, and 30, and 40, and 50 on beyond, right? Like, who has a job that they've been in like 55 years? We keep getting called to do something that is not a job but a vocation. It's a vocation that is a calling. It is an appointment. You see, you're called to be a healer. You're called to be a feeler. How many of us didn't get to feel stuff when we were kids? Because we were told, don't cry, don't laugh, don't dance, don't talk about people, don't. We're called to be accepting because we want to be accepted, right? We want to be accepted for the full glory of ourselves. So I'm going to give you something real quick, right? This is what you're going to say. I am accepting myself in all of my glory. And we'll do like that, all right? Let's say it together. I am accepting myself in all of my glory. Do it again, please. I am accepting myself in all of my glory. And I saw hands. Y'all got all into it because we have to accept ourselves first before we can accept others. At the Women's Circle, Moon Circle on Friday, one of the things that I had was accepting myself. And I went, woo. What? Ew. Okay. Is that selfish? No. To accept ourselves fully as we are invites other people to then accept us too. Because if we put up that wall saying, don't touch me, don't say nothing to me, don't affirm me, don't like me, then they won't like you. We must do the inner work. Even if it's something like, I accept myself in all my glory. Yeah. That this is what we're called to be. You see, we could be called to be a woman. We could be called to be a man. We could be called to be transgender. We could be called to have pronouns. We can be called to identify ourselves as he, she, they, them. What we're called to be is love. Love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Yeah? Yeah. We do it here, and then it radiates out from us to everyone that we come in contact with, even on the internet. I know, you don't think the vibration of us can get out there when you're typing your fingers. and some people do it with their thumbs. The younger you are, you know what I mean? And you go, and I watch my children doing that, and I go, how could they do that so fast with their thumbs? Because they learned it when they were 5 and 6 and 7, and we didn't learn it until, well, we learned it when we learned it. The point is that I'm getting to is allowing our energy to be wherever we are. An email, a text message. What are we putting out there in the universe? What are we allowing ourselves to be? To love, to be generous, to be accepted. Just like Jonathan, George, Stephen, and Andrea. We're called. We're called. We are called. What's your calling? And our affirmation can assist us with where we want to be. I'm going to say it once, and then I'm going to invite you to say it with me. I am called to be all that I am, all that I can be, and all that I can't even see. Together, I am called to be all that I am, all that I can be, and all that I can't even see. Again, I am called to be all that I am, all that I can be, and all that I can't even see. One more time. I am called to be all that I am, all that I can be, and even see. Now put your hand over your heart, please. And feel that vibration you just created in an I am consciousness. And hear these words as you have already vibrated them out into the world. I am called to be all that I am, all that I can be, all that I can't even see. We connect with that third eye, that which is illuminating indigo out from us, vibrating out into the world, love, generosity, peace, acceptance, all those lovely words that we already have within us. And we allow them to continue until we see it all over the place in the world and in our lives. We stand for it. We claim it. In this moment and every moment to be. And so it is. It's up to us. Amen and namaste.
calling you. When your true calling is calling you, you ask yourself, am I asking too much? You think you can't, but you know that you must. When your heart's wide open, 'cause your mind's been changed, and the dreams you dream are not the same. There's a gate that's open, you walk right through. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. You ask yourself, is this a voice I can trust? You think you can't, but you know that you must. Just there's a gate that's open that you walk right through. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you. That's your true calling, calling you.
And congratulations, Deletta. That's really terrific about your tenure. I think that's a really exciting thing. Congratulations. It is. Yeah, it really is. It ain't easy. So, time to give. Time to think about giving from your heart and your soul and your pocketbook, and things of that nature. We have lots of ways to give in this community that are not always money-driven, that they are spirit-driven, and they are, sweat and equity kind of driven, like we're going to have on the Nehemiah Day. But there is a new way to give today, where there are going to be some people out in the lobby who are going to, if you'd like to just have it as like your gas bill, that you just automatically, you had gas this month, you got to pay it. And so it's a way for you to have an automatic collection, reminder, things of that nature, and it becomes very, very simple to do that and all that. And then the old ways, which includes I have to get my check out of my pocket. There's a box back there where you can drop checks, you can mail stuff in, you can text, you can probably throw cash at them, as I like to say. They're not proud that way. And I do have one question. What the heck were you doing in Minnesota? Anyway, please think about that. And as we do, we're going to share our prayer. I covered everything. Everybody want? Yeah. Okay, good. We have our love offering blessing, which we will say together. Okay. Divine love, I am, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am so grateful. Have a great week.
Thank you very much. Oh, she's going to tell you about her boo-boo. She got a boo-boo. Round of applause for these lovely kiddos we have today. We got a really good group today. Do you want to say the word of the daily word?
Joy.
We learned where we find our joy. Oh, what are you going to say?
Joy.
Yes. And you guys want to sing the song? We sang a really cool song. You want to sing it together? Everybody, do you want to start it?
I should start singing like from the song, from any kind of songs like
Thank You for Sunshine.
Thank you for sunshine. Thank you for me. Thank you for toys. Thank you for rain. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day.
Okay. Blessing for your what's that? Youth and ourselves. I am the light of the world. I live as a light. You are the light.
You can turn around and say it to everybody else too. Say, you are the light of the world.
You are the light of the world, you guys.
You are the light of the world. We live as the light.
Wow, amazing. We are the light of the world. We live in it as a light.
My friends, go out in the world and be. You're called to be, even if you can't see it yet. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye. Happy Pride.
Let there be peace. I am the stand for peace. Let there be love. I am the stand for love. Let there be joy. I am the stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am the stand for peace. Let there be love. I am the stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Joy, we are making a new world. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love.